We planted beans in this right before we left to go on the road for the summer. And for whatever reason, they just plain did not come up. Hi, this is Irene with BrainStormAcres. And as you can see, I'm sitting at a bed that some of you may recognize as being our old broad bean bed. We planted beans in this right before we left to go on the road for the summer. And for whatever reason, they just plain did not come up. Now, we do not normally have a hard frost until second or third week of October, and sometimes we don't even have it then, depending on the year. So we have enough time to plant beans again. I think it's worth the risk. Even if we only get a couple of pounds of beans off, it's better than just letting it sit here with nothing in it. So today I'm going to plant beans. I've done this before, and there's previous videos showing some of the details. I am going to use an inoculant to improve the potential nitrogen fixing capabilities of the beans. These are Cosmos. Wrong one. This originally was Velour. It's Cosmos. The Velour didn't come up, so we're trying this instead. This is another one of the new varieties that we tried this year, which we had very limited luck with. It's not clear to me how much of it was the environment and how much it was the beans. These have all been covered with inoculant, which makes them look dirty, but that's okay. So because I have some space at the end, I'm going to leave this open for now. I'll mark that. I have a tendency to use pebbles to mark things. Works most of the time. Trying to make sure I get as much of the weed seeds, stuff like that out as I work. The next section is going to be jade. Which is another heat tolerant plant. I don't like it when the wasps hang around. Careful not to disturb them, but sometimes they can get aggressive and I don't like that. Excuse me, Mr. Wasp, you need to move on, dude. What are you looking for? I know that they eat they grab bugs and stick them in their nests and stuff. I don't usually do odd shaped things, but I was thinking about it a bunch yesterday and I was like, why not? Because one of the problems with this bed is it's really a little too big in terms of the depth of it from side to side. So you can't comfortably reach from one side to the other, and therefore I usually try and plant things in the center. Well, we're having quite the convention here of bugs, waspy things. These adventures in bugs. Earlier this morning I ran across a colony of bees in the south yard when I was out there checking the game cameras, and they're not regular bees. They're making their houses in the sand. So I did a quick search in one of my bug books, but I didn't really find an answer, so that's one of the things on my list today is I want to know what they are. I don't think they're evil. They are not particularly aggressive because I actually walked through the colony before I realized what was going on. And nobody tried to sting me. I've just never seen them here before, which is kind of the story of this year. It's like we were missing regular bees earlier this spring. We've had every kind of pest on the planet today, it seems, this year it seems. Things that we usually get just one or two of, we've got buckets of. And at odd times of the year too. I mean, it was like too early for some of this stuff to show up. I need to trim. Very dirty hand here from playing with these seeds. No, I didn't. Thought I might have my scissors in my back pocket, but I don't. Oh well. I'm just going to trim this plant because it's sticking me. And this is a California poppy, which will come back and bloom again when it rains, if it ever does. So that's Cosmos. This is Jade. Okay, I'll show you the map when I'm done with this. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, no, I won't get any awards for it, but it'll be fine. It's one thing I do find interesting is the beans are different colors, which is always fun. Now, if any of you have ever planted carrots before, you know they're tiny seeds. And I am using pelleted seeds because it's easier to deal with by a lot. Nice thing about these is when you drop them, at least on my soil, I can see them. So you're not sitting there going, I wonder where those carrots will come up. Not you don't ever miss one, but it does make a big difference in terms of not having too many random seeds coming up in random places. I took my old bed, which is this one here, which had velour in it, which is a green fillet bean, and I've replanted it with Cosmos, Jade, and Hercules. And then the end of straw bale garden here, bed number 5, the velour beans went right in here. And I have one more row available here, which I'll probably put in radishes, because why not? Don't want to waste the space. That's it. I hope that you guys found this interesting and useful. Try to think outside the box sometimes too, because you know the books or the people sometimes tell you you have to do it one way, and sometimes you just have to wing it to do it what's going to work for you. I know that I have trouble reaching in that far. This is an old bed. We shouldn't have made it this wide. We did. I'm not going to change it. But now I try and plant things in the middle that don't need to be harvested for a long time. And then when you're going in for them, the stuff around the edges is usually long gone. So I think it's a good plan. We won't know till the season's over, but we're not giving up yet. So just because this didn't come up, we anticipated it would. We were really shocked that the stuff didn't. Have no idea what went wrong. The soil was moist when we got home. I don't know. Don't have a clue. Could have been a million different things. But at any rate, we have enough time to try and get off a short harvest at the end of the season. And we're also looking at what we're going to plant for the fall. The carrots are part of the fall garden, actually. We'll overwinter those. I'm going to be looking at what else I can plant that makes sense. We probably need to wait a bit for some things because it's too hot here still. But hope this inspires you to try something new again, and we'll see you next time. Bye. my garden. I get to do it however I want.